Hello everyone! I'm filming this video after filming my 2-month bump update for my second pregnancy, but it's starting to get dark outside, so I've got to turn on artificial lighting on the inside, so I'm sorry this video is yellow and shadowy. I've got to do what I gotta do. I've got a son, so it's video taking is far and few between, so bear with me. But everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kayla, and this is my second baby and 3rd month update for our second baby boy, number 2. Month number 3. Welcome. So in this month, we celebrated Christmas as a family, which was so special. Connor is 1.5 years. He understands Christmas a little bit, much more than last year. He kind of understood presents. And for Christmas Day, I was 10 weeks and a few days along. So the difference is with Connor's pregnancy, I was 15 weeks. So I'm 5 weeks behind where I was at this point with my first pregnancy. So for this second one. So that's kind of exciting to compare. At the end of this video, I've got a bump date to show how my bump is growing. I'm showing a lot quicker this pregnancy than I was the first one, which is fine. And I had my second ultrasound. I've only gained 2 pounds, and at this point with Connor, so I'm almost 13 weeks, so at this point with Connor, I was still 4 pounds under my pre-pregnancy weight because morning sickness kicked my butt. And this time I had the same amount of morning sickness, but I've gained 2 pounds. So I hope that's not an omen. I'm going to gain more this pregnancy. I accounted for it. I'm started this pregnancy 15, 16 pounds lighter than I did with Connor's. I hope I just keep that cushion so I'm that much less at the end and feel a lot better. We'll see. I'm being more conscious this time, and I'm running around a lot more with Connor, but I'm hungrier this time too, so that's something. My morning sickness is starting to finally subside. I finally can start feeling like myself some days. It fully subsided with Connor at 14.5 weeks, and I'm anxiously waiting to feel the first kicks. With Connor, I was 14 weeks and 6 days when I felt the first movement, and with this one, when she had the ultrasound probe pushed hard on my stomach for my 12-week ultrasound, I felt the baby move as I saw it. Like, I could feel it because she was pushing hard, but that's the only time I felt this baby. I think I must have another posterior placenta again to feel it this early. And I'm just waiting to start actually feeling without someone pushing on my stomach. So I'm waiting. We'll see. Hopefully that'll be in the next month's update. With this, my doctor's appointment for a 12-week ultrasound, everything, I looked great, baby looks fantastic. I was nervous going into this one, but immediately the second she puts the probe on my stomach, the baby's jumping from side to side of the uterus. So I was not worried at all if the baby was alive or not, because it was obviously alive. And this was a really big ultrasound. I needed to make sure to lay eyes on the genitals to make sure it really was a boy and sneak peeks right. And to hopefully have a glimpse of club feet, because I could tell both those things with my son's ultrasound at 12 weeks. So this was a big one, even though the ultrasound tech was not interested in entertaining any of my thoughts or ideas. But be your advocate. I know I could see these at this point. I'm not a professional, but even I could see at this point with Connor's. So everything's so small, but you get a good idea at this point. Like, everything's formed where it should be, it's just really small at this point. So don't let them tell you no. This is your baby. You're paying for this ultrasound in a sense. So the baby's heart rate was 141, which is great. So it's definitely in the boy range, which it is a boy. And we saw the genitals. It is definitely a boy. And we got to look at the feet, and we think I'll have full certainty at my 16-week ultrasound next month, but his feet look okay. I can't believe I'm saying that. His feet look okay. I'm shocked. I was so relieved. I was suspicious. I had no words. I just was sitting there like waiting, like, what's gonna happen? Like, are you sure? Like, I just couldn't even process it. I was shocked and was such relief. But when we looked, his feet were together like this, and you could just see the 2 little white parts at the bottom of his feet. I'll show you a picture here in a second, and I'll insert it. But the 2 white parts are the bottoms of his feet. And actually, I'll just show you in real time because I want to explain it. and his legs were straight up and they were basically side to side and his feet were side to side. If he had club feet, his feet would not and legs would not be able to be that close together because club feet creates that gap where like they can't go, like nothing goes together, even if it's just one. So I don't know if you can tell from this. Those two white kind of like flippers looking are the bottoms of his feet, and they would not be visible like that close together if there's club feet, and those are his legs. We got a wonderful profile picture. My husband comes to every ultrasound. I have to because I just think something could happen if I'm by myself. But you see the little nose, and he was smiling at us. You can see his little mouth there. Legs, knee, feet kind of off in the corner, femur bone, chest cavity. Here he had a leg straight up. And the money shot, where the arrow is pointing, that little arrow, those are the genitals. That's the whole package. So it is a boy. We've confirmed it really is. Sneak peek's right. We also, when I was there, I went 2 weeks before that and I got my blood drawn for genetic testing, which just tests for Down syndrome, trisomy 13 and trisomy 18 as well, and the gender. Just comes with it. So I got that drawn, and long story short, 2 weeks of just sheer irritation, they lost my sample. I don't know who did, someone did. Sample's gone. Got to redo it at 12 weeks. So when I was there, I went ahead and got redrawn. Actually had to come back later that day, got redrawn for another round, and it seems to seemingly lost again. So I don't know what to do. I just would rather know genetically in the genes and DNA this baby's okay, and there's nothing present. I'm not a surprise girl. I do not want that surprise at birth. I would just like to know now. And especially with the trisomy 13 and 18, I think those are fatal, I believe. So like I would need to know that now, so there's no ugly surprises later on in pregnancy. Just seeing the ultrasound, they never show you long enough because for them it's all business, and for us it's our whole world. This is my last pregnancy and my last 12-week ultrasound ever, and I might even pay to get an ultrasound just so I can stare at the baby. I'd give anything, you know, especially when they're this little, you can see the whole bit on the screen. I would just give anything. We have officially narrowed the name choices down to 2 names, and it'll either be Calvin Allen in our last name or Colton Allen in his last name. Allen is my husband's middle name, and his cousin and uncle's middle name. There's 2 in their family that they trade off down the line. And my oldest son, his middle name is James. Connor James is his full name. And James is the middle name on my family that everybody has, all the males. So I knew, you know, Connor would be, I wanted a child to be more like me because I know both of them will be twins, most likely like my husband, like they're just a carbon copy of him. So I wanted some sort of like baby to be me or be like me. So I had to have my family's middle name, and second to have my husband's. And you know, with the first kid, if you have the 2 of the same gender, you have to know. The best name was given to the first child. It just is. That's how it happens. That's just how it works. So I wouldn't want the second child to think like, oh, I got the second best name or second pick. But this child gets my husband's middle name, and Connor gets a family name, you know, not directly my husband. So that's something special for the second baby. I want him to feel special too. So yeah, so Colton or Calvin, we've got that narrowed down, and we probably won't know until we see the baby's face. I'm definitely leaning more towards Calvin, my husband's Colton, so we'll just have to let the baby kind of tell us. So it's kind of hard. I can't plan ahead with the nursery design for like name or blankets. I could just buy 2 of each of the blankets, but those Caden Lane blankets are expensive, man. I might just wait, I don't know. But we've already ordered the wallpaper decoration. It's just gonna be like the peel and stick panel wallpaper of just a forest theme. So the whole theme for this baby is gonna be forest. And it's gonna just look so precious, like, oh, it's so precious. And if it was gonna be a girl, it's gonna be like the hunting kind of theme too. So forest in general, like, was just always gonna happen. Other thing, my dog, sweet dog Lucy, she is super clingy this pregnancy, and last pregnancy she's like, there's nothing wrong with you. And this time she's like, oh, mom's pregnant, mom's tired, mom needs me. So Lucy just lays on me any chance she can, and she wants me to sit with her on the couch. If I try to get up to help Connor, she pushes further back on me like, sit down, mom. I'm like, oh, Lucy, I gotta help brother. But their bond has been beautiful, and I can't wait for her to meet this baby. I can't wait to see her reaction. I can't wait to see Connor's reaction to have a baby brother. He knows there's a baby in mama's tummy. He knows it's baby brother, and he's very excited. He likes to kiss my stomach, says baby. It's just going to be a grand new adventure. I still can't believe I'm going to have 2 boys. I'll be a mom of boys. I can't believe it. And I love going into this feeling so confident. I feel like I know what to expect. I know what birth will be like, newborn stage, breastfeeding. It's going to be equally as challenging, but at least I know I can go in fighting. I'm ready. I want to face this head on and realistically, because now I just know. But now I know too, newborn essentials, and I want the Duna car seat stroller thing so bad. It's the car seat that pops into a stroller, and life would be so much easier with that. I don't know how I just have to have Connor walk next to me, because I wouldn't be able to it wouldn't be popped into a stroller. So a bigger stroller with a second kid. They may need to think about that. Anyway, since Connor and that baby are so close in age, I don't know how that logistically will all work out. I'll just have to hold Connor's hand as we walk into a building. Can a 2-year-old do that? As I push the baby stroller thing? Doesn't sound very likely. We'll see closer to it. We're also going to work on Connor's potty training, because he'll be 2. And transforming this nursery into baby boy number 2's. And it's going to be so bittersweet. And then after that, this room will go back to being my office. So, well, anyway, not to ramble. Thanks, guys. See you at our 4-month update. Bye. Here's my stomach. This is a 3-month baby bump update, 13 weeks. Or just almost 13 weeks. Then last time, I feel like I didn't look like this until I was about 23 weeks with Connor. And here I am at almost 13. That's the baby bump. But I'm also starting this pregnancy about 15, 16 pounds lighter than I was with Connor, which is exciting. So you can see it kind of poke out from normal shirts. But if I kind of straighten up and don't hunch over, don't even look pregnant.